Hello, hello. Welcome to the Class AP Environmental Science. I am Mr. Sewell, and I am so glad to be your instructor for this particular class here this semester. And I wanted to take just a couple minutes because I know this Canvas course is all new to you and kind of give you an overview of how things are laid out in this course so that you can learn to navigate this new student management system with relative ease, and that you won't be too confused. Now, every teacher is going to do things a little bit differently, and I'm sure that I'll be a little bit different from everybody else. But I've got the course pretty well laid out, and we'll make adjustments, I'm sure, as the semester goes on. But let's get started. Here is the home page, and you can see I've got a little welcome message for you right here. And right here you have the outline of the things that we'll be covering in APES this year. Earth systems and resources, the living world population, land and water use, energy resources and consumption, pollution, and then global change. Those are all the big unit topics. And then we'll have chapters that will be underneath each one of those. And typically what we do is we'll go through a unit and we'll have a quiz on every chapter, and then we'll have a unit test. And I'll give you plenty of heads up on that as we go through. The textbook that we'll be using is the one that we've been using for about the last 10 years. And it's called the Environmental Science for Advanced Placement, and it's by Friedland and Ralia. I hope I'm pronouncing those right. But I'll be giving you a copy of that, and you want to make sure that you keep up with your textbook. Make sure that you join the Remind class. There will be times that you will want to get in touch with me outside of class hours, and the Remind texting is the best way to do this. And so all you have to do is to text this code, the little ampersand sign, 6EKC7H, to this number, 81010, and that'll populate your name into my class. Your phone number is not shared with anybody else. That's just so that you can text me and then I can get a hold of you. And then, of course, this is we are on the Canvas system. You're watching a video here on Canvas, and we'll go through that as we need to. But another thing that you need to do real quickly, and we're going to work on this in class, is create yourself a College Board website. You'll go to the College Board and create yourself, not create a website, but create an account so that you can access the quizzes and activities that I'll be assigning you from that particular website. Okay, so let's take a look now at some other things. Now, in Canvas, your menu is over here on the side for you. And I've got everything laid out in what's called modules. You can say modules, or you can call them units, or even chapters. I don't care what you call them. But they're kind of laid out in sequential order as your textbook is. So this is the welcome page. So let's go over to modules, and let's see what the modules menu looks like. So our first module really is the introductory stuff. And we've got some stuff on how we get started, lab safety, and then the College Board website and the APES exam. And then you can see as we go on, I've got the modules laid out. Unit 1, Earth System and Resources. And it's composed of chapters 1, 2, and 3, I believe. The rest of the units I don't have visible at this point in time. But you can see that how I've got it laid out here. I've got everything that we're going to be doing in this first unit. And so the first unit comprises 3 chapters. This is kind of like, you get all this stuff dumped on you very quickly to kind of get you oriented to earth science. And then after that, we start getting into a lot more depth and a lot more detail. This is kind of like the table of contents for the course. And Unit 1 is laid out here. Let's take a look at how we get started. All you got to do is click on them, and the page will come up, and it says, this is a great course, blah, 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 blah. Here's some files that you'll need to access throughout the course. And so all you have to do is click on these, and these are Google documents that you can download and put into a Google Drive that you created on your computer. So the first one is the course syllabus. If you need to take a look at that, if you want to know what percentage of your grade is a quiz, what percentage is a test, and so on and so on. Now, these are things that I'll go over with you, but I want you to understand that you have access to them. Here is how to write a lab report in this class. You will be writing lab reports individually and with teams. And then this is a document called Word Roots that I always give everybody because I think the vocabulary is pertinent that you learn what your science prefixes, root words, and suffixes, they all mean. It makes the language a little bit easier to understand. And then there's a form that you'll be completing with your parents. You may have to do it for them, but I want you to complete this form. And all it is a parent contact information form, so that I don't have to look all into PowerSchool and go hunting and try to find information on you. If you get hurt at school, you get sick at school, you're not doing your homework and you're flunking this class terribly, I need to contact somebody. And so this is a means by which I can contact a parent, and it's very basic. Today's date, the name of the student, parent or guardian name number one, their email, their phone number, best time to contact them, and then the main method of which they want to be contacted. Parent, guardian number two, and then the same information. And then if you have any questions or comments, you type it at the bottom and then hit submit. So that's the introductory page here. We can go back to, excuse me, I can go down to next down here at the bottom, move me out of the way, and to proceed to the next thing. And typically we'll do these things in sequential order. So when you finish all the stuff on this page, you'll hit next, and it'll take you to the next page, and it'll show you what is required on this page. So this one's all about lab safety. And this one is, you'll learn about lab safety, you'll go over some information, you'll read all the lab safety rules, and then you'll sign off on this lab safety contract that says that you agree to follow all the rules with lab safety. And right here's the contract. I've put it into a document form. Excuse me. Well, okay. And at the end of it, again, you'll hit the submit button, if I can ever see the end of it, and make sure you turn that in. That's how I know that you have read all the rules and you agree to follow them. And you'll click off on each one of the rules. And then later on, you'll have a lab safety quiz, I do believe, in which you've got to answer, some questions about different scenarios that are thrown at you. All right, and that's lab safety. And you can load this, anyway, you can click right here and it'll load the Google form into a new document. All right, we go on to the next page, and it takes us to the activities that we'll be concerned with doing, working on the College Board website. And this is where you'll go to make yourself an account. Well, my antivirus has just popped up, so let me get that out of the way. All right, so again, this introductory video is to kind of show you how to navigate this Canvas system. It's not going to show you the whole course, but there'll be times when on this particular on one of the pages, and I'm going to show you how this works. Let's say that right here, this is one of the early assignments that we'll have in Chapter 1. It says, whose job is it? And now that you've had a chance to read Chapter 1, what do? And so you got a file to download, and then we'll go over this in class. Sorry, I thought this was one that we turned in, but evidently it's on the next page. Next page is an ecological footprint, and you get to submit this when you are finished, and it doesn't show you how to submit it. So let me go on to the next page. Do the math, and I don't see any submission form here either. It would be nice if I knew what I was talking about. Here we go. Here's an assignment on the metric system. And when you get ready to submit an assignment, you'll see this little button right here that says Start Assignment, and it'll take you down through all the different things that you got to do. And when at the bottom, you'll have this little thing that'll pop up in which you can turn it in. And so you'll create a digital document for me that'll have all the stuff that I'm requiring, and you'll link it right here and put submit assignment. And I've included a rubric right here so that you know how to make the submission, get all the points that you can, how to do it right. So that's how you turn something in, and then I'll get it and I'll grade it, and you'll get a report on that. And again, we're learning as we go, so don't think that you have to know this overnight. And I'm sure it'll take us a couple weeks to get used to this. But that's it. I'm not going to take up any more of your time because I'm going to have you all semester. Be ready to work. This is a content. This is kind of an intense course because you got so much stuff coming at you in a short time period. And we just got a lot to cover to try to get you ready to score well on the APES exam. So I'll be talking to you all semester. If you ever have any questions about anything, feel free to get in touch with me, and the best way to do that is through that Remind app if it's outside of the class. Look forward to seeing you each and every day in class, and see you. Peace.